in a while, so I feel like I'm a little rusty, but it's nice to see all of you guys again. I know it's been a while, and I know some of you guys might not even recognize me, but it's good to see you guys again. We're glad to have you back. I'm just gonna go ahead and get started just because, so since you guys are all here on time, we might as well just go ahead. Obviously, first things first, we're glad to have you back for another summer. We're looking forward to an even better 2022 than 2021. It's not letting me go to the next slide. Okay, there we go. Okay. First thing, we're kind of just covering a couple of things that like we just want to refresh for the summer and just make sure that we're all on the same page before we send out all the rehire documents and before we just get started with like moving and grooving with all of our new stuff. Just wanted to touch base with you guys since you guys are returning staff. And the first thing that we kind of just want to like go over is that just like some reminders and basically just that we're all on the same team. So that also means that we are going to communicate like one. So I think the main thing is just to respond. So even if you think we won't like the response, just respond. And that goes for like supervisors or regional directors or just anyone, like not just me and Jasmine, just across the board, even like a coworker or a manager. You should just always be responding, even if they might not like the response. And that also is like reaching out as well. So if you guys are out of supplies, I know this happened kind of a lot last summer, like regional directors or supervisors weren't finding out until they were like at the pool desk instead of maybe before, and they could have brought the supplies to you guys if you kind of just like let them know. So I think that was another big thing. And then I think that just is because it just helps us all do our jobs a little bit better. And you're also setting an example to the new guards. We like want to create this like culture of like awesome communicators. Like we're all on the same page all the time because of how good we're communicating. And that starts with you guys. So we're going to try extra hard to make sure that responding and all being on the same page is a priority this summer. So yeah, anything to add, Jasmine?
Not that I can really think of. Just like a side note, if you guys have any questions as we go throughout the meeting, you're more than welcome to drop your questions into the chat and we'll try to get to them as we go along, or you can save them till the end and we'll have time for you guys to talk to us. But just put them in the chat if you want to ask like immediately.
As we go. Yeah. I know a lot of people say it on after too, but if it's something that we can answer during it, then yeah, definitely drop the chat. Okay. The next one is kind of on the same page. Not only do we want to like communicate a lot better this summer, but we also want to communicate nicer this summer, I guess, or kinder is what I put on the slide. But so in the group meets, on the pool deck, just like with each other, like face to face or via text as well. You know, it might not always be the most convenient or the most like, you know, nice to respond to a text. Like, you know, I know everyone's busy, but sometimes stuff that like us, for example, like sometimes our jobs like require a little bit of help from you guys. And it's not to annoy you. It's not to like irritate you. It's just so we can like, you know, be more efficient and effective. So, and that goes for like, even like, you know, directors and supervisors too. We've been passing along the same message, from them, like to you guys. So, or like from them to do to you as well. So it's not just you guys, that we want to communicate nicer as well. So I think that's another thing. Obviously, those little pictures as well kind of give a good summary as well. But I don't know if you want to add anything else to that.
Yeah, I think the only thing, like last summer, I saw a lot of messages that people were sending to other people or things that had been said to other people. And that's not what we want. We want you guys to have a fun summer here. We don't want you guys to feel like there's anything negative going on at work. If you are having any issues with anything like this, you can always reach out to us. My goal is for you guys to really enjoy your summer job. And so I want to do anything I can to help you guys with that. So communicate like kinder with everyone, but then if it's not going so well, if somebody's being mean to you, let me know. I definitely don't want that to happen at work.
Yes, definitely. Okay, so that's kind of just like about that, but now we're going to talk about the new things that we're going to be trying in 2022. This is kind of like the main reason for the meeting, I feel like, just because we are doing things pretty different, or like some things are going to be changing a little bit differently. Nothing like scary. I think it's all for the better, but this is the important stuff that might be different from last year that we just want you guys to be aware of going into the summer. Okay, so the first thing is deputy. I know you can see on the stream it says that we love deputy, true love. Basically, we're just gonna start using that for everything. So that's kind of gonna be like the standard time off, when you want to work, when you don't want to work, like everything needs to be in deputy, just so there's no like confusion or like, oh, I asked to be off like in person, and then because people forget, things happen. So if it's in deputy, that's like the end all be all type thing. Everyone can see it, everyone can access it, and you can be scheduled for the shifts that you can make it to, the shifts that you want, the shifts that you don't want won't be, so it's just, I feel like it'll just be easier. And like I said on the first slide, kind of, or the first like bullet point, is that we're gonna like screen record video tutorials of how to do all of this, like how to request time off and things like that, for the general staff meeting that we're gonna have. So hopefully that will eliminate confusion. And obviously we're here to help with any, like weird situations that come up with it. But yeah, we just want to be using deputy a little bit more. Anything on that, Jasmine?
I don't think so. I feel like we'll cover it all in the next slides.
Yeah. Yeah. So leading into that, like kind of on that same note,